What's up, guys? This is Mason. I'm back, and in today's video, I'm going to bring you guys episode 1 of Black Ops 3 Zombies Weapon Reviews. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We're doing weapon reviews again, and this time it's going to be for Black Ops 3 Zombies. We did variant reviews, Advanced Warfare, so I figured why not continue that trend and do it for Zombies, which is what I'm pretty much going to be doing for a long ass time. Let's just put it that way, alright? In this first episode, we are going to be taking a look at two weapons. We're taking a look at the MR6 and the Bloodhound. Both pretty much the same gun, not entirely. The MR6 and Bloodhound, they're both the starting pistols of their respective map. MR6 being on the Giant, and the Bloodhound being on Shadows of Evil. Now, with the MR6, in my opinion, I think it's going to be on most of the DLC maps to come. I think the Bloodhound was just kind of an exclusive thing for Shadows of Evil, just to kind of go with the theme. But this seems like more like your average starting pistol. It has pretty much the same damage, and it's the exact same gun as the M1911, reskinned, okay? Pack-a-Punch is the same. It's pretty much the same thing. But if you don't know how these guns perform, I'm gonna walk you through it, alright? So, with these two weapons, the most noticeable difference between them is the damage, okay? The MR6 is going to take about, I believe, 7 shots on round 1 to kill. Then after that, I do 8 shots and a knife. I think it takes maybe like 11 or 12 to kill him on round 2. And then after that, it takes like 20 or some shit on round 3. Not 20, but somewhere up there. But with the Bloodhound, guys, on round 1, it's actually a... what is it? It's actually a 3-shot to the body on round 1. And then on round 2, it is a 4-shot to the body. On round 3, you guessed it, it's 5. So, with the Bloodhound, it's actually not too bad for a starting weapon. It's much easier to survive round 3 just using the starting pistol on Shadows of Evil because of how good that gun is. But overall, not the biggest difference. They both have the same amount of ammo, okay, which is 8 plus 80. But overall, these guns, pretty weak, right? Worst guns in the game, at least when you start off. Bloodhound, not too bad, like I said, for a starting pistol, but it's weak, alright? They're both really weak. So, we want to focus on what happens when you use that Pack-a-Punch machine, alright? The Pack-a-Punch machine for the MR6, you will get the Death and Taxes. And basically, what they are is, they are 2 dual-wield grenade pistols, just like the Mustang and Sally, have the same exact amount of ammo with 6 in each clip, and 50 in reserve for a total of 62 shots. So not too bad for a weapon that fires fucking grenades. I mean, let's be real. That's just insane alone, the fact that that does that. But I guess we're used to it now, right? Anyway, yeah, the MR6, honestly, in my opinion, for the Giant, it's not really that good unless you have the Gobblegum that is PhD Flopper. I don't remember what it is called, but I believe you unlock it somewhere around level 15. That's what I'm at, and I just recently unlocked it. So, yeah, guys, unless you have that, it's not really that useful because the Giant is a pretty small map, okay? Although it's not as close quarters as Shadows of Evil, there are a lot of close quarters areas, and if you're not careful, maybe you get trapped, which that is easy on this map to get trapped, because you can get stuck on a lot of random ass shit that you're not even going to be able to see. Like that, there's like a little invisible barrier near that barrel. You all know what I'm talking about. It was the first video I uploaded. You can get stuck, but if you panic and use these things, you're probably gonna have an even worse chance of getting out of your trap. Trust me, it's always better to try to switch your other weapon or wiggle your way out of it. You just gotta wiggle, you know what I mean? You just gotta wiggle, guys. But with the Bloodhound, yes. Also, it's a close quarters map, but the thing is, when you pack punch, the Bloodhound is actually slightly better than this gun. Okay, I believe the damage is around the same. It might be slightly better for the Bloodhound, I don't know, but the ammo is actually a lot better, okay? You get 2 more shots in the clip, okay? So rather than having 6, you have 8. And then also, your reserve ammo is less, but you have to take into consideration that you do have 2 shots in each clip. So really, what you are getting, ladies and gentlemen, is 8 and 8 and 48 for the Bloodhound, which is 64, whereas the MR6, as I stated earlier, only gives you 62. So with the Bloodhound, you do get 2 more shots in each magazine, and your total ammunition is slightly better, but the thing is, they're really similar. And as far as the Bloodhound goes for Shadows of Evil, yes. Once again, it's a pretty close quarters map, but you can actually use this thing in some places, like, for example, the Rift. When you go to the Rift, and once you get these things pack-a-punched, there are actually a few areas in there where you can use them, okay? But really, overall, just for the map surviving, obviously you're going to stay in the Rift if you want to do your high round strategy, so they're pretty useful there, I guess. Overall, throughout the whole map, it's not really going to be that useful because of the fact that it's so damn close quarters, and those things can get you down unless you have that gumball. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The damage on both of these weapons is insane, okay? They're both insane guns. It's just that if you use them in close quarters, ripperoni for you, alright? You're not gonna have as much of a chance surviving, whereas if you just wiggle your way out of it, you gotta do the wiggle dance, alright? Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something useful. Honestly, you're better off going with just a super powerful shotgun, okay? There's really good shotguns in this, okay? All 4 shotguns. I don't know that much about the Brecky. I don't think it's that good as the other 3, but the KRM, the Argus, and what's that other one? The Haymaker. Those are all really good weapons. You get double tap, you get pack-a-punch. Those are really solid weapons. And speaking of perks, my perk recommendations for Shadows of Evil, when you're using, if you're going to use the meat wagon, that's actually what the Bloodhound is called. If you're going to use that on Shadows of Evil, I would definitely recommend Solo. I'd recommend Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Widow's Wine. You don't really need stamina that much, okay? And then once you run out of Quick Revive, I'd recommend stamina up at that point. But for the Giant, I would also recommend the same exact setup, right? You don't need double tap, but the difference with the Giant is you don't have Widow's Wine, which means that your 4 perks for that are going to be Jug, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, and Stamina Up. And then once you go down, you switch out Quick Revive for Mule Kick, because that's going to be more useful. Having a 3rd gun is going to be more useful than not having a 3rd gun. So yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something useful. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more Black Ops 3 Zombies content. But anyways, guys,